Hey nerds, join us on Discord and hit that subscribe button.
Hi, I'm Flynn.
Kellic.
Oma.
Cecily.
Zika.
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you all had taken a long rest in a cave on the top of the Venville Rise, and that is all that happened. So, as you are stepping out, as you all fell asleep, everyone took their watches. Thessaly had a disturbing dream, and you all were able to discuss with each other sort of the nature of what you're doing, talk of the gods, talk of a little bit of what had happened to you in the past. And as you woke in the morning, you all said your goodbyes to the Dark Blades. As they stepped out into the blizzard, you are now stepping out into the blizzard yourselves to go in an opposite direction from them. So, as you're all taking your first steps out into the cold snow, you can feel that wind begin to make its way into all of the creases and crevices of your clothes and of your armor, chilling you to the bone. So, as you all enter the blizzard, what would you guys like to do?
As we're walking, I have my amazing set of clothes on, so I'm assuming I'm not feeling very cold. I'm feeling fine.
You are feeling a little cold. The only parts of you that are feeling cold are like your hands and your face where you're still exposed, but the rest of you is feeling pretty toasty.
So as my hands are kind of like feeling a little like numb, they're a little hard to move, I'm trying to like flex them. And as we're walking, I'm kind of not looking at one of my books, but I'm kind of just focusing on a spell that I've been reading about a lot in my book. And I'm just trying to go through the motions. And it's something that I've done before, but I didn't know that it's part of it. So I snap my fingers and bring some energy, the evocation energy, and I'm practicing on coalescing it and having it stay in my hand. And it takes me a few tries, and I get it, and then I start practicing putting it on my wrist, on my name tattoo. And I'm basically just practicing trying to transfer energy to my other hand. And it's getting there, but I'm working on that. Come on.
Do we see him doing this?
Yeah, it'd be pretty apparent.
Lynn, are you dancing?
What?
Well, you're kind of like doing the same moves over and over again. You're kind of like shaking your arms. And
No, that is not dancing.
Wrist. It's not dancing? It's not dancing?
No.
I'm just practicing a spell that I was reading about, and it's cold out here, and my hands are getting, when it's cold out, my hands are getting numb. It's hard to move them the right way. Maybe that's why it's not working. What?
Right.
What?
Right.
You don't?
Right.
Okay.
You're just always practicing. Did you know that? You're like always practicing for your magic.
Yeah, I have to.
Well, you can just like walk down the mountain with us. You don't have to like always be thinking about practicing.
Well, we are walking.
Like you told me that like I have to have a childhood and have fun. And like, don't you think that sometimes you should also have fun?
Well, I do have fun. This is fun. I like this. I like learning new things, and especially new magic. It's exciting. Isn't it exciting for you?
I don't practice magic.
Oh, at all?
No.
Huh?
I mean, it just kind of happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You practice? I mean, I have to practice like meditation and like staying calm and focusing, but I don't have to practice like, and then I try to like mimic his like hand moves.
Well, yeah, well.
And like I'm putting some shoulder into it.
Well, it's not. Well, you need, and I pull up my sleeve of my my jacket a little bit to show the tattoo on my arm. Well, you need these. This is why I have to practice, because this is where my magic comes from, kind of. Like
Your magic comes from your tattoos?
Yeah, in a way. I mean, again, that's what they say.
Oh, so you're not like born with magic?
No, are you?
I don't think so. But
Well,
I don't know.
All I know
I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah.
And I don't talk to gods.
I don't either. Do you think they're real?
I don't actually know. But Kellic and Seeker both say they get their magic from them.
Yeah.
And you say you get your magic. And you say you get your magic from your tattoos, but I don't talk to gods and I don't have tattoos, so I don't know where mine comes from.
Yeah, I don't have an answer, but maybe when we get back, someone will? I mean, isn't Xavier looking for
He's
answers?
looking for my family. He's not looking for where my magic comes from.
I thought that was the original thing. He was looking to help you.
He was looking to help me control my magic.
Right, and that,
But I thought he was looking for my family.
is he? Maybe he's just doing both.
As I hear Xavier, I put my arm over Tessa's shoulder. And I need some help. Could you walk me over to Kellic while they are talking?
I'm scouting up ahead. I imagine I didn't hear this conversation. I'm scouting up ahead. I'm trying to keep an eye out for Shreya's traps that he showed us.
Oh, gosh.
Forgot about that.
In addition
Someone's
to
looking
any
out.
sleeping dragons.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to have you make a survival check for me.
Can I would have sent Eldra out ahead of us. Could she like aid him?
I'm going to have Eldra roll her own.
Okay.
I'll say that's a perception for Eldra.
Advantage for Eldra.
And I have a question too about our
19?
trajectory. Are we going to be passing the cave that we originally met Shreya's tribe in? The one that had all the crystals and stuff, or did we already pass that?
The direction that you're going to be going a little bit around it just because you did have to hop off of that original path
Okay.
that took you to the tribe's.
General area, though. We're not like decades away from it.
No, you're probably a couple mile hike from it. Yeah.
It's 24.
24?
22.
22. Okay. Perfect. So, Kellic, as you're going down the mountain, you can sort of picture in your head exactly where that river is, where you all got off of the Howard Dugan before. And I'm sorry, what was that for Eldra?
22.
You got 22. So Eldra is circling up above. Not too high, because if Eldra gets too high, she won't be able to actually see the ground and the tree line beneath her. But she is sort of circling up ahead. And Eldra and Kellic both notice just about the same time that up ahead, you're still traveling down the mountain, but just up ahead, the trees part a little bit into sort of an open area before the trees continue on down the mountain. And Kellic, as you get even closer and closer, you start to see that it doesn't look like, well, what you physically see in front of you is trees that look like they were possibly living just a few days ago, but completely knocked over to make this clearing.
How far ahead of everybody am I?
We're scurrying up to you. That's
You're not too far.
Okay.
You're sort of still with the group.
I
That's
will
like my tattoos
in a hushed, in a projected whisper.
And I don't know how you get yours.
Hey,
What?
hold on.
What?
Shh. Then,
What?
and I like look, I like have indicate to follow my eyes to the trees, and then to the clearing in front of us.
That's a clearing.
Didn't you say
not the
something
natural one.
Yeah.
about?
Oh, what? What?
A
That's my name.
A dragon.
Everyone.
Can I see? I'm gonna try and inspect for.
With that survival check and with Eldra's perception as well, you see a large mound of snow in the middle of this clearing.
Oh boy.
Do you want to find a dragon?
We just saw what a dragon can do, man.
Yeah, but that's a different dragon.
No.
In the realization of what he has pointed out to me, I will look for a way around it.
Wait, what's happening?
Oma, let's just stay
You see that?
quiet and
That big
Mound?
where the trees used to be.
Seeker, you don't have to tell her what it is.
Why not?
Well, because...
The dragon, Olma.
There we go.
It's a dragon.
Thank you.
We think so.
He's a dragon under the mound.
Yes.
The big
yes,
one that-
Oma.
But it's not your blue one.
No.
It's the
That-
one,
That is safe with me.
the one that I think Eldra saw in the sky.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Or one of its kin.
And I think it's
Okay, but not
pretty big. And the bigger the dragon, the scarier it is.
What?
scary no matter what.
Yeah, I don't want to fight a dragon.
Okay, thank
We
God.
have to be
After
quiet.
seeing what that one did on
Did you
top
think
of
I
the
would
mountain.
want to fight a dragon?
You seem to like certain aspects of dangerous things, Olma.
Don't we all?
Don't think that's
Speak for yourself.
true.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I don't think I would want to fight a dragon. I'm not Flynn.
I would
I raised an
love,
eyebrow at Olma.
but we probably shouldn't.
No,
right?
we-
shouldn't.
I cannot.
No.
For sure. We
Absolutely
cannot.
No.
Hey,
But what if-
speak. Wait, real quick.
What?
Everyone, come here in a circle. Flynn, you are making me very scared right now. We are not fighting a dragon.
Ooh.
So, we have a couple of things really pressing. Number one, we have to get around the dragon. Number two, we have to figure out what to do with changey face guy. And three,
Oh.
well, so this is three, but it might actually be two. I got a message from Xavier that said he has stuff about the person working for him and someone whose name rhymes with Shmoma.
Huh?
Wait, don't Schmolma?
Shmom-
Seeker, you...
Oh,
Yes,
Olma. You could have just said.
I could
could've
have, yes,
just-
but I chose not to.
Why did
What
you...
need is there for
Keep moving. Can we
obfuscation
send
this
a
moment?
message?
You want me to send it now?
I'm just saying it was maybe important. It doesn't have to be now, but
I think now we
What-
might want to deal with.
that's why I put it after the dragon in my ordering of numbers.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So deal with dragon or walk around dragon,
Go.
sneak around dragon.
Deal with. When you say deal with, this is concerning.
We're
What
going around.
But then I corrected myself when I said sneaking around
Oh,
dragon.
okay.
She said it.
I said it.
She misspoke.
Okay. And then deal with
Talk to.
no. Oh, is that next? Talk to
Deal with
also
Zane.
get down the mountain. Where is get down the mountain
liked
on this
him.
series of operations? Wait, but
I
where
think that's
when
the
is
part with
get
the,
down the
the
mountain?
changey face.
And
We have to
he-
get down the
I think
mountain to
that's
take care
part
of
of
the changey
the going
face.
around
Can
the
you-
dragon part.
can
That's
you-
part of going around the dragon part. So going around the dragon and going down the mountain and catching on the how it dugan. Because
Yes.
that's like the first thing we have to do.
Oh, more boats, yes. Kayla, can you talk and walk
Seeker?
to other people at the like? Can you do this while we go down the mountain? Can you also talk to the Xavier?
V Xavier?
It requires a bit of focus. I can't be.
Can't walk and talk at the same time?
Oh,
It's difficult.
I can't communicate across miles and miles of terrain and walk at the same time. I mean, I can, but I can't do other things like look out for dragons. Whilst
That's what I'm
doing
here for.
both of those.
You all feel the ground begin to vibrate.
Okay, let's move quickly.
As you can
Let's
see, the
go.
mound in front of you begins to slowly
No.
shift.
Here's my thought. We do have to take care of the person that's going to kill everyone if we don't let him out.
we see.
So if we're all dead,
We-
that's not gonna be a thing we can fix.
Go.
Do I
Let's
see a
go.
path around? this?
Seeker, make a survival check. roll.
Thank God.
Thank you.
Am I disadvantaged?
I believe that.
Yeah, you are.
Turns out
You
it
are.
can't get a whole lot worse than that
Oh,
roll.
we're gonna fight a dragon.
Oh, that's a natty 20, but it doesn't matter. I gotta.
was gonna say
It feels. You know what? It feels pretty tasty.
You know what?
Total 5.
Oh!
I was gonna say,
Total of 5.
I'm just better.
Seeker, you see the perfect path just to your left.
Did Eldra see a path when she was like doing her?
I don't
Fine.
like... No.
I see a perfect path just to the left.
To the left, yeah.
Okay.
All right, where are we going?
Look. Look. Over
Okay.
here. To the left. I think we can get around.
We
Can't
go,
quite
it's
make out
moving.
the shape of this. Like, which part is the wing? Snow is really surprisingly
Stay
very
to find out.
I think we should move...
Just think, maybe it'd be good to not be at the front of it if it were to.
I've got the. Oh, I forgot my shoes. Like kind of quietly activate my shoes. Walking is so hard. Are you having a hard time walking today? I feel so tired.
I think
Can I look at the path that he mentioned?
Mhm.
Where does it look like? How does it look in relation to where the mound is?
It sort of circumvents the mound. It gets pretty close to the mound, But at least the trees are sort of cleared out of the way. Looks
Can we
pretty
go-
easy to traverse.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we should move.
Yeah, okay, but just be quiet and
Yeah.
be careful.
Let's be
Oh,
careful.
but maybe put your cloak up.
Quiet and careful.
For me?
Yeah, just make sure you stay
That's
safe.
a great idea, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll put the hood up.
Okay. As you move along, I'm going to have everyone make a stealth check for me.
Can I tell Eldra something while we do that?
Should I do it at advantage?
Yes.
Or how does the cloak work? Just do it normally?
It would just be with vision. So at this moment, I'm just going to have you roll a straight roll.
Does my clothes do anything for it?
I roll so good.
Not at this moment.
Okay,
your
so
clothes
just straight
do
roll?
not. Just a straight roll.
For once, it's not me.
We're gonna die, man.
No.
Well, that's awesome. That my
Maybe start over here on this side.
Okay, Flynn, what'd you get?
19.
19.
disadvantage 16.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Very good.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Wow,
Alma?
okay.
15.
Nice.
5.
Okay.
Jack is probably not
But
have
like
very
an
high
offset.
perception.
An
Probably
offset.
not, right?
All right.
Like dragon
drunk
over here.
You are all walking along this path, being extra careful.
Oh, actually, no.
Oh, yeah.
What?
She's got a thing. She's got a thing.
I'm going to use bend luck.
Yeah.
Oh!
It doesn't do a lot.
Might as well.
You can use it on someone
But
else?
yeah.
I think she used it on you
Um,
last time.
Yeah,
Remember?
you can roll
Yes,
another
you did.
D4.
Oh!
Okay.
Maybe
Kellic, roll that
makes
D4.
the
Roll a
average
D4.
higher.
Roll a d4.
Roll it up.
Not use that one.
It's a reaction.
Pick the one that's going to roll a 4, though.
Oh,
One.
The 1.
Damn it.
6.
It's gooder.
So you are all traversing around, and all of you are taking precise footsteps. Each of you sort of nuzzling your foot into the snow before actually making contact with the ground to make sure that you're placing each foot correctly. Then as each of you just turns around for a split second, you see Kellic in the back of the group struggling to find his footholds in the snow. But as you all keep moving, begin circumventing this pile of snow. All of a sudden you see it shift. And you see a massive white shoulder
Oh, no. Man.
breach the snow on the top, roll back, and settle in once more.
Oh, he's just yawning.
You all continue on. I'm going to have everyone roll another stealth check.
How far are we right now?
Right now, from the mound, you are
Oh, my fucking God.
you are just over.
Jail.
At this point, you are just
Can you
over.
stop rolling the Kellic dice? I swear to God. I swear to God, you make me want
I like
to.
the Kellic dice.
You make
too, man. It makes cool things happen.
I
use the
am
other one.
loyal to
Use-
my dice.
Okay,
Me
but
too,
you have
man.
two
Me
of them.
too.
You have two of them. Use the other one.
I don't know which one I used last time.
So
okay.
right now,
It's okay.
the path that Seeker chose
Yeah.
goes
Super good.
You will get about 35, maybe 40 feet away from this mound. So
Okay.
you are still very
White.
close.
That's ice? What is that? Does it get really cold for us when we're that close?
It's a chill chill.
Flynn, what'd you get?
That is a. Let me just double check. Oh, yeah, natural 20.
Oh,
Or
okay.
25.
Okay, Seeker.
And
Disadvantage, that's a 15.
nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Thessley,
Just a 10.
Still
10. Okay.
23.
nice.
Kellic.
4.
Can I say that if
We did see him struggle.
if I see this dragon start to move, I'm going to have Eldra do something. Like I would like to have her do
Okay.
something.
Okay. So are you sending a message up
Yeah,
if the dragon moves?
telepathically.
Okay.
So telepathically, I'm telling Eldra, please circle this mound, and if they get up, screech and give it a chase, or give it something to chase.
Okay. You all continue on walking, and now you are 35 feet away from this mound. You are now at the closest point that this path will take you.
I almost get like distracted just looking at this big mound and the shoulder that's probably now exposed a little bit, and just like I am awestruck that I'm this close to this type of monster, this type of beast.
You're. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Would I be able to notice this?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I'm not
walking
hiding
behind.
it. I'm just staring at the thing almost, like slowing down.
We can get you close to a dragon later. Please keep walking.
Did I know you were communicating? Do we know you're communicating with Eldra?
You would not have known that, no.
But I can see Eldra?
She's above. How thick is the cloud layer right now? Like, she's got to be able to see the mound. So
Oma, I'm going to have you make a perception check. Because Eldra looking down and seeing the mound is no issue. Oma looking up into the white clouds and white snow, seeing a white owl.
12.
A 12? You know she's probably up there. Every couple of seconds, you just barely see like a wing flap before they disappear into the snow again.
I know. I know. We should move on.
She's not within 30 feet of me.
No, she's higher than 30 feet. Okay.
Good.
I'm just muttering to myself in the back, oh, you picked the perfect path, Saker. The one with all of the rubble in it. And I'm like trying to get around all these sticks and debris from these broken down trees.
And as you're walking through, you have to, underneath the snow, you sort of have to kick a rock to the side. You have to sort of push a stick out of the way so you don't step on it. But then, Kellic, you feel that the ground flattens out. And Flynn, just as you're admiring this massive dragon, you see it shift again, and everyone can feel underneath their feet the ground shift. As you look, and you can see the outline now coming out of the snow of a huge wing that you are all currently walking on.
We're on a wing.
We're on a wing. Determine where the closest, the fastest way off of it is, like which is the width.
It's just about 10 feet in front of you and to your left.
Move, and I bolt to try and get off the wing.
I'm gonna
as quick as possible.
Follow Flynn.
Get off it, and then I'm gonna stop.
Okay, that's what you guys are doing. What's everyone else doing?
I can't run real fast right now, but
I'm gonna scoop Seeker up and book it.
Okay, Oma.
Yeah, I'm booking it off.
Okay,
I am still looking for Eldra though, and if Eldra gets within 30 feet of us, I would like to do something.
And I'm gonna say to her, if it moves, peck it in the head and fly away fast.
Okay. I'm gonna have everyone.
Will it get within 30 feet of us if it does that?
Probably, because we're 35 feet from.
You're 35 feet from the dragon, yeah.
So,
All right, so
she may, depending on how she comes down, so she may.
Okay. I'm gonna have everyone make one last stealth check for me. As you're attempting to get off this wing and hide yourselves once more.
Better? No, not better, but...
Flynn.
Flynn, 18.
Well, you have a really high.
18. Seeker.
16.
Yes?
7.
25.
9.
Oh, no.
Damn.
You almost
hate
broke
you
double digits.
Okay.
So much.
Man.
K-Lick dice.
Okay. You all dash off of the wing, and now that your footsteps are making their way, are actually impacting on the wing harder than they were before, you can now see the full outline of this massive wing now curling back into the main body of the dragon as you can see this mound rise up and up and up. Now the snow completely falling off as you see the back of its neck with these icicle pricks coming out the back of its neck. No. And you see the blue eyes come up out of the snow. As Olma, you look up and you see Eldra dive down through the clouds, get within 30 feet. What are you doing?
I look at Eldra and I don't know that she's doing something for Seeker. So I'm just like worried about her. And I'm like, Eldra! And throw my hands out to her. And you see Eldra shift and transform. Her whole body starts to like vibrate. And I believe grow a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh.
Like a foot.
Okay.
But like a foot bulky. A foot and bulkier.
Okay.
And she changes from the form of an owl into like a wormling.
Oh.
Arr.
Like a white wormling?
A white wormling.
Okay.
And if she makes if she doesn't want to be changed, she can make a charisma saving throw, unless she really wants to be changed. And she's okay with it.
I'm going to say that's up to Seeker.
Eldra would allow that.
Okay.
Be confused, but allow it.
Okay.
That's super cool.
As the white wormling comes down and like
a tiny wormling, because she could only be a foot bigger
Okay.
than she is, but like
She's got an 8 foot, like her entire
got an 8 foot-
wingspan is 8 feet, so she's pretty.
she's
Like,
a hefty owl.
she's a small wormling, but hey, you know.
and she dives down and lands on the head of this adult white dragon and begins pecking at it with now not a beak, but this leathery lizard-like mouth that comes out. and the dragon sees Eldra and looks up and opens its mouth wide
No.
and reaches out and tries to snap at Eldra. What is Eldra's AC?
Low.
Really
I have a
high,
question. I have a
It
question.
wouldn't feel like it would feel like a beak still.
Yeah.
Oh,
would-
okay.
Can dragons, because dragons can see. What is this polymorph?
No, it's seeming,
Oh, okay.
So it's illusory.
so it's illusory.
So,
Illusory.
That's a cool
Illusory.
spell.
illusory.
and okay,
And
so her AC is 11.
Her AC is 11.
It's fine.
Okay. The white dragon, its massive jaws reach out and snap at Eldra.
Wait.
But like, it's a wormling.
But Eldra is just able to swoop out of the way as these teeth clasp together, and you can all hear it, almost like the crack of thunder as these jaws come together, and the wings in front of you wisp out in front of it. I'm going to have everyone make a acrobatics check with the wind that is kicked up from these massive wings. All of you,
How big is this dragon? Like, we're talking an adult or like
adult.
older?
I hate you because you rolled low.
I'm using.
I'm holding it against
just
you.
just for
I'm using
size
male.
comparison, about the same size as the blue dragon that you summoned.
Hey, FYI, I'm using.
Oh, I'm going to have you roll your wild magic, right?
Ask
Yeah.
in a second.
Oh,
I'm going to have you roll that.
Okay.
18.
18, okay.
You want me to take my first roll, in which case I would fail.
What are we making?
Athletics.
Oh, athletics.
And this is-
Or acrobatics. I will
And
say
this is a
athletics or
saving
acrobatics.
throw?
Saving throw.
So I got a natural 1.
Wait, so it's a strength saving throw?
Saving throw or a dex saving?
Oh, I'm sorry. Strength or dex. Yes, whichever one you want.
Oh.
Who's within 5 feet of me?
Me.
Me?
You get
Me.
all of us.
All of us?
All of us.
All of you.
Plus
Sure.
5 to
Plus
your
5.
saving
So I got-
throws.
Okay.
Probably not going to matter for Secret with that
Dex?
natural
Because the
one.
natural 1 just...
Acrobatics.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't
saving
matter.
throws.
Acrobatics,
Yeah.
right?
It is a strength or dex saving
Huh?
throw.
Although no, you can't fail a saving throw. Actually, so you would add. You would add.
I think you
Oh, I
add.
would
Yeah,
add?
yeah, I think you
Yeah,
add.
saving. So you don't
Oh,
crit
so
fail.
then in that case, 4 plus 5, so 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
21.
9.
14.
21.
19.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I just repeated what I just heard. What?
I got 941.
man!
It's a 9.
Nine.
So funny.
Okay. So Seeker and Olma.
That was yes ending the dice roll.
Seeker and Olma, the wind picks you up and knocks you back 10 feet and knocks you prone. But
Take damage.
you do not take damage
Okay,
as you
so I
land on
don't
the
have to do
snow.
a concentration check.
No, you wouldn't have to. And you land on the snow, but luckily the dragon does not seem to have spotted all of you and
Oh, man.
wisps its wings up and with a massive flap of its wings takes flight and is attempting to go after Eldra. What is Eldra's
So
flight
Eldra's
speed?
taking off. She does not provoke attacks of opportunity when she leaves an enemy space.
Wow.
And
That's neat.
owls
Owls
don't.
Owls
And then,
are
Owls OP.
Straight up.
and then she is just gonna just take off. And her flight.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually change anything with being because
Right,
it's,
no,
she just looks. She
60.
just,
Right.
60,
60 feet?
which is probably like half of a dragon.
Yeah, probably. But,
Yeah.
but maybe you fly somewhere that I can't go.
So
She's very dexterous.
as the dragon begins to snap at Eldra, it is going to completely keep pace with Eldra. It is flapping its massive wings, keeping its huge form going, keeping pace with Eldra. As you see Eldra beginning to fly away, the white dragon takes a couple more snaps and misses all of them as you now lose
Wow.
sight. As you lose sight of Eldra and the dragon into the clouds.
As that's happening, go, 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 go! And we
Just
book
book
it.
it.
Booking
Yeah.
it. Booking
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And yeah. Shaken by the wings, and I'm just yelling in my head, fly.
Okay. With that, you all book it down the mountain. I'm going to have who is running first? Whoever that person is, I'm going to have them make a survival check.
I'll go. All right. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
I was in the back of the.
We
Olma,
can't
make
see,
a
though.
survival check.
Oh.
So we won't be able to really follow her.
Never, I mean, I would probably put the hood down as
Okay.
soon as like
Okay.
we were
Imagine
out of
you're
trouble.
leaving footprints.
Oh, yeah, potentially.
Snow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then-
So yeah, Olma, make that check.
It's a 9.
A 9? Okay. You all are following Olma running down this mountain, And it's pretty easy to know the correct direction because it's just down. So as long as you guys are heading down, you are fine. But you finally feel the steepness of the mountain start to level out. And in front of you, the tree line opens up and you can see in front of you nothing that you recognize.
Oh, great.
And as you all continue running just down this mountain and sort of get into the slope of the mountain and it completely flattens out, you all look around, you don't really recognize anything before snap. A flurry of twigs and branches that are tied together with a rope all cage you in completely just over you, all held together by vines and rope.
Bloody air cocra.
Can we still hear the dragon?
It's pretty much an open dome. It does look like, it's made of like sticks and vines and stuff. So it is still pretty open. You can't hear the dragon over the wind,
so it's
though.
pretty far away.
I pull out my dagger and just start like cutting at the
branches
vines.
and the vines all come away pretty quickly.
Yeah. I'm like cutting myself out. I don't know. I'm like,
I'll
Yeah,
see
I'd
that.
be
I'll
cutting
summon the
too.
sword, start helping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Big same.
And after a couple minutes, you all escape this trap.
Seeker, that was the worst bout ever.
And how was he supposed to know that we were going to step on it?
I think we should keep moving, right?
That's.
Let's
I agree, and we should keep going.
Is Eldra okay?
We will. She's good for now. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
She'll find us.
Okay.
That was crazy that she turned into a different shape.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got really scared. And I was like, maybe if she looked like somebody, I was like, oh, if only she could be a better distraction, you know?
And then you did it?
Yeah.
Huh.
I hope Xavier has some answers for us.
While we're jogging.
Let's
Yes,
keep
okay.
moving.
Yeah. We're definitely
Amazing.
jogging.
After another little while or so, you guys have made your way down to the base of the mountain, and you all begin walking in the direction that you think the river is in. You walk for another hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. What's everyone's passive perception for me?
19.
13.
19.
19.
15.
17.
Damn.
16.
So everyone would actually notice after a while of you guys walking, you start to feel the ground underneath you change. It's not the dirt that you guys, it's not the dirt and the rock. But then right as you sort of notice it under your feet and you're still trudging through this snow, you almost start to slip and have to catch yourselves as you can feel underneath the snow is now ice.
Whoa.
And you realize that
Ooh.
you are currently walking on the river that you're supposed to.
Oh.
It was a while.
We're
All right.
Oh, these boots
Are we
do not
here?
help on ice.
Oh, but
Oh.
that means that the Howard Dugan can't get here.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, if we follow it
Hi.
to the mouth,
Yeah.
but how far south is it? Do we have to get to that town? The
And all of you, just in the distance, barely in between the whispers of the wind, hear. Jizzle faster, ye devil!
Ah, yes.
Did you hear that,
is that
Kellic?
past it?
I heard it.
I think I know.
I start running
think we're
and
gonna
sliding.
just slide.
I'm like
It's
sliding
a
along the
strange
I'm like,
sound to associate with relief.
Come on, Kellic, he's this way.
And as you begin booking it down this river,
"Aspen!"
just through the fog, you begin to see the Howard Dugan almost completely entrenched in ice, as you can see now the two orc deckhands with these massive picks off of the boat on the ice, chipping away frantically at the ice that has now come upon the Howard Dugan.
I want to, if I'm seeing them do that, I want to run up and help them because my blades utilize fire and now automatically utilize radiant damage. So
Okay.
I'd like to start like giving them an extra hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Firebolt.
Okay, you all run up, and after a moment of surprise, these two orcs look at you, and one of them looks over to Thessaly. Friend.
Yes.
As
Oh.
peering over the top of the Howard Dugan, you see Captain Paston Broadhammer, as he peers over the side of the boat, sees all of you. You look up, you see his beard is now just a block of ice. It is just a block of ice, and like his eyebrows are covered in ice too.
Yes.
And like even it looks kind of weird, even like his eyelashes are covered in a layer of ice. As he reaches his hands up towards the sky, we're saved! We're here!
Yes.
Whoever is down there and working their fiery whatever, keep doing your thing. Everyone else, make your way up on board and make yourselves useful.
I will look for a ladder.
Yeah, follow his order.
It's pretty easy. You guys, everyone except for Olma and Thessaly, climbs up on board. And you see Paston running over to the steering wheel of the ship, and he is like putting his full weight into like turning the thing, but it is just not moving.
Oof.
What are you guys doing?
I'm going to sit down and close my eyes and try and sense connection with Eldra.
Okay, how far away does that connection
I think it's
go?
1,000. I think it's 1,000 feet, but let's...
You would know that at this point, what you have traversed is greater than 1,000 feet. You would know that for a fact.
Okay. Yeah, she knows where we're going.
Okay.
I would still sit and almost meditatively close my eyes and just wait for the connection to resync.
Okay. For the time that you are doing that right now, you do not feel that your message has gotten through.
Come on, girl.
Kellic and Flynn, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to run over to Paston, and I'm going to, hey, Paston, good to see you. And as I do, I'm just going to give him a pat on the shoulder, and from that pat, like, as the snow that is accumulated on his shoulder poofs up from the pat of dust, it is quickly replaced with that ashy mantle as I cast Enhance Ability. And I'm going to give him Bull's Strength. Target has advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles.
Okay. As you can see, he puts even more of his strength into turning this.
And I'm also going to, as I have concentration on that, I'm going to help him pull it as well.
And you both really put your weight into it and attempt to turn this wheel as you both feel the ice underneath the ship crack and turn the steering wheel of the ship as now the rudder has come loose. And Thessaly and Olma, you are both heating away at the ice on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see it is all beginning to melt, and there is just ever so slightly a thin layer of air now around the ship, a gap between the ice and the ship, as everyone who is on board can now feel it shift and rock with the flow of the water underneath the ice.
Do you think the things that live under this are okay?
Oh, Olma, they have capabilities to sort of like hibernate or do something else. They're going to be fine.
They're not going to freeze?
No.
Oh, okay.
And as you are saying that, you see both of the orcs around the back of the ship now putting their full weight into like pushing and turning the ship as the entire sheet of ice now around the Howat Dugan is beginning to crack and actually correct course on his way back down the river. As the final sheet of ice cracks, the orcs look at each other and sort of give each other a smile and a nod as the ship begins to move.
Oh no! Guys, don't leave us!
Let's go.
As both of the orcs run up and attempt to climb up this ladder, they both grab onto it, climb on board. I assume with Thessaly and Olma following?
Yeah.
And with that, you all board the Howat Dugan. You can see that there's a thin layer of ice sort of on your way, now heading back out to sea, but for the most part, it's nothing that the ship can't handle.
Oh, guys, we did it!
We did. Good job, Olma.
Good job, you!
I stole it with the pleasantries!
Oh.
Get the sails down!
I will start doing that. To my best of abilities, I will start doing that.
All right, and you all help get the ship sort of ready for its voyage back down the river. But for now, coast is clear. You all seem safe for the moment.
Hold on.
Hey, all. How was your venture up into the mountain?
Successful.
Eventful.
Lots of dragons,
Yeah.
More than
Hey.
one would think.
More than we should.
but we're alive.
I mean, in my days, no dragons are the only amount of good dragons.
Well, one
Well
of them was on
said.
our side, actually, so the one was really helpful.
That is not all true. Yeah, sometimes they can be good.
Well, quite
But-
impressive.
But Shreya had to go.
I was going to say, I'm not the best with numbers, but I could see that there were not as many now as
Well,
there
he
were
had
when
to
you
help
left.
his people, and they needed a guide, so he flew off with them to keep them safe.
Aye, a noble pursuit.
I just put a hand on Flynn's shoulder.
Yeah, he's gonna help him learn how to live in Elbor.
Off to better things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Definitely safer.
Away from
So-
dragons, hopefully.
Hopefully all of that
Let's
above.
all hopefully get away from dragons. How fast can we go, Paston? How fast?
This is about it.
All right.
We have to keep pushing the ice away from the hull.
How was it delivering the blanket?
Yeah, did you get them to the
Oh.
kids, right?
It was good. It was a hearty payday. And also, I was helping the kids. Also, there was...
Right, you led with
Right.
the money though first.
I know.
People gotta live.
Yeah.
And
you
it
had
takes
any-
gold to live.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I make as much gold as I can.
Are we supposed to be getting paid for helping or no?
Helping.
Anyways,
Have you had any trouble from the Caldor military Paston?
there is less activity in these waters thanks to the long eve.
Right. There was a pretty major force moving up the mountain, so I wasn't sure if the water's been patrolled or anything like that. So
I have not seen such a thing, especially in the waters, because even further down south, they're running into similar problems that we just had a few minutes ago. So
Right.
it seems
Oh.
all boats are being lifted from the seas.
Yeah.
You're so brave to be going on your boat in weather like this.
Aye.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like when we were leaving, this is the only ship that was going out, and it wasn't even like this. So I can only
The
imagine.
best captain ever.
Yeah, Oma. I would imagine that like even less people are out right now, right? Because it's the long eve.
Aye, which fortunately drives up me prices.
Of course it does.
yes, that is fortunate.
Oh, Paston.
Also the children and all of that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You seem to always mention that
it is much warmer
Some reason.
down under the ship.
Right,
much
okay.
warmer below
Yeah.
decks.
Let's do that, guys.
I
Let's go around.
cast a gaze over at Tess.
Under the ship,
All right,
Paston. You're
Seeker.
so silly.
You said,
It's
Seeker,
too
you said
cold
you didn't
up
want to go
here.
down, right?
Yes,
We'll-
we do.
we'll-
It's
we'll
very
stay
cold
out
up
here.
No, we
here.
don't.
Could
No,
we-
no, no.
could we
Come
get
on.
a
It's
blanket
it's
or-
so very cold up here.
Some blankets.
I'll be with you, Zess.
Alma, that's so kind of
Aren't you going to stay warm with me? For me?
Yes, but I think I can do that on the deck, and you all can go down
No, we need to be together.
stairs.
We all need to be together.
Okay. Let me just. And I'm gonna walk away towards the. What do you call the front of the boat? What is that?
The prow?
Bow.
Prow.
The what?
I.
The bow.
Bow?
Got the bow
What is
and
it?
the
I thought-
stern.
Google it.
Okay, back.
Port
the bow.
and
It's the bow. Yeah.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Port, starboard, bow, and
Stern.
Okay. So I go to the bow of the boat, and I'm just sort of like where like the railing meets that point. I'm just like gripping both sides and sort of like trying to steady myself with the idea of going in.
If Tesla
the
doesn't
hull.
want to go down into the hull,
It's
I think
She'll
it's okay.
freeze out here. I know we slept up here last night, or the night that, well, 2 nights ago actually. But it's just too cold now. We should be down. And sometimes you have to face your fears.
it's a big problem. It's more than just a fear.
I think, given the option to not force someone to do something they don't want to do, I think it's a nice thing if we can take it.
It's
I
okay.
feel-
I will stay with her. She's got a big bag,
Yeah.
and I've got this. We'll be okay.
Made of pretty stern stuff, more so than I realized.
I'm not trying to force her to do anything she doesn't want to do. I don't want to hurt her. I'm actually just trying to help her.
Yes, I think it might be a bit sudden. I don't know.
No,
Seeker-
this is the second time we've been on the boat. It's not sudden.
That's 2 times, Solma.
We can only be there for her, and hold on, let me think this through. Only until she's ready, right, Kellic?
I'm not
But
sure
they're
I know what you
gonna
mean.
freeze.
Well, she's not ready right now, so we shouldn't force her. Just be there for her when she is ready.
When they freeze?
That's right.
I don't.
Well,
Be there for them when they freeze?
Paston's up above the ship right now, and he hasn't frozen yet, right? I mean, well, and I look at his beard.
His beard is like, it's accumulated another layer of ice since you first saw him.
Doing okay?
Boy, if you ever ask me if I'm doing fine again,
You just right. Is she
I will
gonna-
ask you what
Okay.
your favorite hand is.
Yeah. Well, both of them kind of right now. Is she going to be okay up at the top of the ship?
No! She will most certainly freeze to death.
Really?
Is there a middle ground? Is there maybe a covered part of the...
There is
Deck.
not freezing to death, and then there's freezing to death.
That's
So no one is... When the night falls, no one is steering the ship? Or do you make anchor?
No, actually, I've been quite clever these past few months.
I believe it.
See, if we go below decks, I have a little, it's sort of this mirror system that goes throughout the boat. So I can be in the back of the boat, and I have this rope pulley system that goes up to the top of the deck
That's
and
amazing.
steers
I'm
the
obsessed
ship.
with this.
But then I can also look into this mirror, and it reflects all throughout the ship and goes up and out. So I can see where we're going.
Ingenious.
Aston, you're
Captain.
brilliant. I'll walk over to Thess. I don't.
Hi.
He's a pretty tough guy, and he does not recommend. He does not stay here himself. So
I don't.
I know I could put you to sleep.
I was just going to suggest I could hit you on the back of the head, but I think yours is a better suggestion.
Aston, if you hit me on the back of the head, and then I trail off.
I would. This.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Let's just go.
Okay. I just turn around and I'm
Kelly
going
can
to
make
go.
you tea
Wait.
again.
What?
Let's all go down together. I'll
Okay.
walk together.
I'll put my hand out.
And I take Olma's hand.
I could offer to... I can soothe people magically, but it doesn't seem to be...
No, I don't think that'll work,
Aye.
unfortunately. I got Olma's hand. And I'm like, I'm squeezing it probably like a little harder.
Don't let her
than
break
I
her
should.
hand.
Like, not hard enough that I would actually hurt her because I'm aware, but harder than you should be squeezing a child.
I'm gonna bring a second hand to just pat the top first hand, just to kind of pat the hand that's squeezing.
Okay.
All right, Paston, lead the way.
All right, Paston leads you down below the
I'm
ship.
gonna go
Yeah.
in last.
Okay.
But you do your thing.
Okay. Paston leads you down below the ship. You all take your familiar bunks as the hours have sort of gotten away from you today. And as you start to sail down the river, you all get a little bit tired. You feel like it's probably about time to start to sleep. But
2 sleeps?
Two sleeps.
Oh my gosh! Another
Um,
sleep so soon?
yeah,
No exhaustion?
it took you all, the full day to get down from the top of
Oh
the
no,
mountain
it totally makes sense. It's just
to the
normal.
river.
Oh, yeah.
Normally for us,
Normally.
exhaustion.
We go 20
Yeah.
seconds
Forever.
between long rests.
You know.
Seeker, you're staying up top. What would you like to do?
No, I was gonna, as we're walking down, I just wanted to kind of just stare off in the sky till the bitter cold just hurts, and just kind of cast a quick prayer and just I know you don't really answer these all the time, but if you could, please take care of her, keep her safe. And then I'll walk down.
Okay. As you all are getting ready for sleep, is everyone getting a long rest? Are you guys taking watches? How are we dividing this up?
I don't know if we need to watches, right? We have a crew, right, that's steering the ship.
Not from up top. Everybody's down.
Everybody's down.
Everybody's
Everyone's
down.
down anyway, so watches aren't really going to matter unless we think the crew's going to steal from us or something.
Says the mirror. I would like to do something.
I would as well,
Yeah, same.
but I would also like to sleep.
Let's start with Kellic. Kellic, what are you doing?
I I'm gonna grab Seeker and pull him aside.
Honey, I wanted to grab you.
Well, then let's maybe combine these efforts. Seeker, could I trouble you for a moment?
It's fine. I wanted to grab you before I close my eyes.
Yeah, you seem a bit tired. It seems like maybe bringing a dragon into thin air from a
That's part of
paper card might have taken something out of you.
It was killing me to keep it here.
So, it's like, how did you get that card?
I don't know if you met Baron. He's
No, I don't think I did.
I met him. He brought the sap to help
Right.
Shreya, yes, and I orchestrated a bit of a heist, and he helped. He gave me this card and said it was, magical.
Might be he left out a few significant details.
He said, I think he said, throw it and run. It was, I think he undersold it, yes.
Well, and the fact that it nearly killed you might also have been worth mentioning, but maybe he didn't know.
Well, I since using
Or
it
maybe
now,
he's the devil. You know him better than I.
I don't. No, he's not the bad guy. It turns out I can actually find out what these things are. I just forgot before I used it, and now I know there's actually different ways I can do similar things. It's actually it's very cool, actually.
Yes, I mean,
And
to be honest, I don't know if we would have made it out without it. So I'm grateful.
Actually, you came over, and I want to say thank you. You gave me some life. I was going to let it take me because I don't think that we could let that portal be open.
I think nothing of it.
I think a lot of it because my one rule was to not die. Specifically at the portal, like
A rule I take seriously.
right, yes. Well, you so I appreciate it.
Yeah, we look out for each other.
But-
That's what we do here.
And just a little tired. That's what we do. We're the agents of repair. We get tired.
It is not a easy task we have taken on. Speaking of, I had something that I thought it might be good to identify. You're good at that sort of thing. I couldn't help but notice.
Yes.
I was loath to bring it up around the dark blades.
The blades, yes.
I don't know. Their hearts are in the right place, but trust is built after a world-ending event such as that. And I will reach into my bag, and I have to get through. It's buried deep in. I pull out between layers of clothing, and it's wrapped in a cloth. I pull out this you can sort of just make out between the cloth wrapping. It's this little this leather-bound book, kind of like a thin, almost a manuscript.
Oh,
a book!
the one that
The one I
What?
shouldn't have touched?
Mhm.
Or didn't touch, or was told not to touch?
We found this at the last gate opening. Flynn found it, and you remember when Flynn had horns?
Yes.
Well, I am afraid.
He's trying to hide them, if I remember.
Yes. Hard thing to conceal. He. Well. Sometimes I worry that dark magic hasn't appealed to Flynn.
I've not seen that, but
Well, he has a sort of. He wants to be very powerful, and as you know, the forces of darkness often are capable of giving power at what seems to be at a cheap cost. But it's not always front-loaded in the offer. You know what I mean?
I look down at my arm where my tattoo is, look at your arm. I think I know what you're saying. And also, yes, I know.
There are many stories that were told in the temple coming up about these kinds of things, that we might encounter them as we purify the land and so on. Well, and I take the cloth off of the book. This book is written in a language I can't understand. I haven't opened it because I just like look down at it.
Are you
and
holding?
I tried it.
Is the cloth between it still, or are you actually holding the book?
I have unwrapped it, but the cloth is between my skin and the binding of the book. And I just try to like let the aura of the book be apparent to Seeker. Like I just kind of like let the moment speak for itself. I suspect there's some dark magic about this. I was thinking that between the two of us, you being good with identifying things and me being a bit experienced with the removal of curses, we might be able to safely get what information we can from it.
I actually can do that, and I might be able to help with if it is evil or dark. I may be able to help there as well. Which I wasn't planning on bringing it up, but purging the land. What was your consolidation called? The familiar version of the consolidation.
You mean the remembrance?
Yes, that.
Aye.
I was talking to Oma last night, and I was recalling our consolidation and my family's part in it, and
dark times.
terrible.
And I thought they'd ended. But maybe they just turned.
So I will take this, but the other thing, I want to. Okay, I'll reach into my bag and pull out the box that has the Benton glass in it, and I'm gonna pull you a little further to the side, away from.
Even we're already separate.
We're sidebarring the sidebar.
Yeah.
And so the message I got from my contact in Westreach. I'm going to find out more about this, but they said that this can help someone who can cast a spell be kind of in, I think Hayfried at 2 places at once, but it can help them cast multiple spells at one time.
It seemed to be a bit of something not unlike these
So I think we
compromises that we've been discussing.
I think I saw some on the altar. I think Donna used some.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Siren also said that this is very addictive. I want to identify it, but I wonder if it might not have a use. Not for me, but possibly for you, if we really need some help or extra power. It seems these openings are fraught with danger. Anyway, I want to see what it is before I actually suggest this, but it is a thought running through my head.
Between this and that blood exchanging device, you just love presenting me with morally ambiguous assistance, Seeker.
It is because I know you are strong.
Maybe check with Tasley. Seems that there's
Not that
not a
kind of-
consensus about that.
Not that kind of strength. I mean, look at us. Like, we're
yes.
not. You're not. I mean, come on. I got pushed over by the dragon wing. You know, I just look.
I think I got pushed over by the rock on top of the dragon wing.
We have different strengths. You know, that is why we are a
Yes.
team. We do other. You know,
Take your point.
but you have a fortitude and a belief that is unshakable. And I wonder if something like this would be strong enough to actually keep you in its grasp. Anyway, it may not be a good idea, but something to consider.
The forces against us are great. We need all the help we can get. Is now an unsafe time to do this with you in your current condition, or?
No, it's okay. It doesn't take too long, and I can still get. How long did he say till we get to the?
It's last time it was a day, more or less.
No, this
8 hours.
This will take me maybe a half hour. It won't be bad.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
Just if you wouldn't mind, maybe distract Flynn. He really loves it when I do this ritual.
All right. Seeker, you are identifying the book first, correct? Okay.
Not touching it.
Not touching it, but you do see.
You have to touch it. Identify the
Oh, I
touch
have-
spell.
Oh, you do have to touch
I'm
it.
touching it.
Okay.
I would like to.
Yeah, yep.
I would like to. Real quick. 1 sec. Let me make sure I know what I'm talking about.
Just go get Flynn, and Flynn will help, you know? And then
No.
watch the identify.
Yeah,
No.
I am going to cast. I'm going to let the ashes pool within my palm, pulling down from my forehead to my nose, and then with a flourish, throw them into the air before me as they sort of cascade over me, until they burn away and are invisible. Besides the one on my face, and the ones on my face actually flare up, and seem to like have that consistent almost like a charcoal simmering and burning on my face, and I will cast Dispel Evil and Good on myself. Shimmering energy surrounds you and protects you from Fae, undead, and creatures originating from beyond the material plane. For the duration, Celestials, Elementals, Fae, Fiend, and Undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against me, and then I can end the spell by doing one of two things. I can break enchantment, or I can dismiss a creature from another plane.
Okay.
With like an attack roll, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm preparing to do that.
Oh, in case. Yeah.
And then I'm also going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Seeker as well.
Okay. All right.
Which I don't think is Protection from Evil and Good.
Protection, I think it's concentration.
Is it concentration?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's
Then
concentration.
never mind. Then I will just use the spell.
You can take some bending glass.
Take some bending glass.
Do some
Yeah.
drugs.
And you can concentrate on both.
This could
Do
be your
it.
moment.
Do it.
What would Kelly do?
Yeah, what would Kelly
Yeah,
do?
that's the question.
What's worse, somebody being
Pull the
possessed,
lever.
This isn't a
Addicted
lever.
to magic
No,
drugs.
yeah, what would
It's
Kelly
not a
do?
lever.
I don't know if Kelly
I
would.
Gunners seem to-
believe in my ability to
Gunners seem normal.
do this. So
Okay. Then in that case, Seeker, you begin identifying.
Yes, light the match,
This
the
object.
He
smoke,
touches the book and he's okay?
and I.
Place your hand on the book.
Mhm.
You are okay.
Oh.
You continue your ritual. You see that physically,
Notes. Gotta take
this
Yeah.
book on the outside, it is leather bound, but it looks like it has different types of leathers like sewn together. Some of them are a little bit darker, some of them are a little bit lighter, but there are a couple of big sheets of leather that have been sewn together to make the binding of this book. You look on the spine of the book, and you see, just as Kellic had seen previously, a word in common, like etched into the leather, that word being husk.
I don't like that.
As you
good
continue
word.
identifying it, you begin to hear whispers of this book's secrets. And what you learn is that
Are they more like whispery than like my normal whispers?
these are just the normal
Okay.
whispers of identify, telling you the secrets
Got it,
that are within this book. Yeah. Don't do this.
give us your soul.
Kill Kellic.
You
Not again.
you hear the secrets of this book, and you find out that this book is the husk of all things written. And you find out that by opening the book and reading its contents, a willing creature is transported inside the book. Their soul and body are transported into a dimension of the book. Within that book and within that dimension contains the sum total of everything that has ever been written down in Elbor.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
To access that information, you know that trials must be overcome. So you know if you go into the book and request information, that information will be weighed depending on its historical context, its personal importance to you, and its significance within the realm as a whole. Once that information is collected and the weight is determined, the creature or creatures that have entered the book will then undergo a trial of varying degree in order to be able to remove that information from the book. Additionally, once you request information, and if you fail any part of the trial, or you are able to extract some information and not others, that information that you lost and did not access is lost to that creature forever.
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 So like they can never ask it again.
And in those trials, any damage that comes of you also transfers to your physical self. So if you die within the book, you die in real life.
Super cool. We're going in that book.
And as you're identifying it, you feel this aura of evil and maliciousness, not in the nature of the book, but in the nature of how the book has been recently used. So you determine that the book itself does not have any evil tendencies, but you get the sense that probably the last couple owners of this book were very evil people.
Which makes sense because Kaylee just told me they got it at the last portal. Do I have any sense for who, like its origin, like where it was made, where it came from?
You don't get a sense for the origin. Okay. You just know that it is old.
That's messed up. So I gotta go in to find out where it came from. Is that what you're telling me?
Probably. If something has been written, about the husk, then yes, then you might be able to find it there.
Okay.
Or you would be able to. Whether or not you would actually access that would be up to the trial.
Cool. That's super cool. That's freaking dope.
That's fucking awesome.
That's amazing.
It's fucking awesome.
I wish I was there.
Lynn.
Somebody cast identify somewhere.
It's like a sense, like I can smell the magic. Where is it?
Perfect. Okay, so I will wrap it and just set it to the side a little bit and grab the box of the Benton glass. And
if he sets it aside, I will wrap it up once again.
Actually, I won't just set it aside. I'll kill it. Here, take this. One moment. Fascinating.
I can't wait to hear.
Fascinating.
Going to get on with it, Zeke.
Magic is amazing.
Okay, well, that's not. This doesn't.
Amazing.
All right.
And you know Laris is the god of magic, yes?
Yeah.
The one that made... I'm just trying to make sure you understand how awesome magic is.
Well, the mayor kind of made everything, and then,
But...
But...
So you're saying, like, because if you make the thing that made the thing, then you kind of... Are you saying by the transitive property
I'm
of
just
making...
saying, like, I appreciate magic as well, in my way.
I'm not saying Laris is better.
No, I wasn't. I agree with your assessment that magic is great.
I'm going to look at the glass now.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
All right.
It's good talking to you.
Likewise. And I tuck the book.
Okay.
And identify the glass.
All right. You identify the glass and confirming the suspicions of others before you. It appears that this glass incredibly addictive, and once ingested, can sort of split your consciousness and allow you to concentrate on 2 concentration spells at the same time.
Do I get any sense? Because does it have to be ingested? Like, what's the?
It has to be crushed up into a fine powder and breathed in through the mouth and nose.
And do I get any sense for the addictive nature of it? Like, is it a toxin? Like, does it say any? Do I get any sense for what makes it addictive?
The addictive nature of it is that split in your consciousness, in that in the beginning, you can split your consciousness in this way and sort of come back together seamlessly. But then after extended use, it feels as though, it almost feels as though the split of the consciousness and this higher consciousness that you get is the normal. And so when you come back to your normal state, it feels like now you are less intelligent, less wise. It feels as though you are less than you were before because you extend yourself to a certain degree. You also know that over really extended periods, and if you were to ingest a ton of Benton glass, it is thought that not only is your consciousness split, but that one half of your consciousness could actually, after an extended period of time, be transported into the astral sea. And so you can peer into the astral sea and gain untold knowledge through that. But that is only after a lot of Benton glass and a lot of usage.
Okay. Also super cool. And perfect. I'm going to close the box, put it back in my bag, and I'm going to walk over to Kalik and...
I'm right next to you.
Oh.
You don't got to walk anywhere. I'm patiently waiting.
I'm just real tired, so I'm going to get up and start to walk.
I'm right here, Tick.
Oh, yes. Okay. Wow. So this, it's got a weird name. It's called the Husk of All Things Written.
As he's saying this, I'm just watching him for any signs of charm, possession, any sort of thing, any horns sprouting out of his head, and that kind of thing.
Are you is that apparent?
No, I would try to mask it.
Is he good at masking
it? Seeker, what's your passive insight?
That's one I haven't done. Let's find out. Passive 13.
No, you wouldn't be able to.
Okay. Yes, so...
But for the record, Kelly, you do not see any horn sprouting. You do not see any signs of a charm effect or anything like that.
Okay.
This book, it's like a library of all of the things ever written, and not said, but written about Elbor. Like all of it. And you can go in it.
What?
You can go into the book and ask questions.
Oh, Flynn almost read it.
But there is a cost. Well, it's a cost. There's not a cost. It's a trial. You have to earn the knowledge.
Of course.
Also, it's not evil. The people who have used it most recently, definitely evil, or
Husk of all
bad.
things written.
Yeah, Husk. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Choose
word,
it, share
Husk.
your name.
Yes,
Call
the
it the
place
library.
for all of the good knowledge, all of the knowledge.
Library of knowledge.
Library of the world.
That's what I would call it. If it were. Anyway. So
I think
you can go
we
inside
can
the book.
Multiple. We could.
Wait.
Yes.
A lot of us.
We could. Yes. We could go in, ask. We have a couple of questions, that.
A couple. I can think of a few.
Now they said that based on their weight, and I think the questions we have are pretty heavy. But based on the weight, then there's a trial which could have a creature or creatures that you have to, duke it out with. And if you die, you really die.
Well, yes. What do you mean?
If you die in the book, you don't get to come out.
Well, because you're going. I mean, that makes sense.
I just want to be clear because I'm pretty sure when I tell everyone else, they will want to go.
If you died in the book, why wouldn't... I don't know. It just seems like... Unless it's doubling you. I mean...
No, I agree with you.
Is the person who's gone into the book still outside of the book? a husk of themselves?
Oh, I don't.
No, you are fully transported. Your soul, your physical being, your mind, everything is transported into the dimension of the book.
No, your husk is in the book.
Right.
In the husk.
Right. All right.
We should keep saying husk.
Should we?
No.
Um.
Should we tell everybody?
No.
Also, the glass, real quick, super addictive. But it's not like a drug.
Sounds like a drug, the way you've
Well,
described
kind
it.
of, but that's not the part. It's because you kind of become like this elevated being, and that part becomes addictive because you can do more, see more, know more.
Aye.
But you have to use it a whole lot and then like maybe you could go to the astral sea and learn even more things about the world.
Well, all right then. So you want me to hold on to it?
The
Benton glass.
I don't mind holding it. This bag can hold a lot, but I think you should consider. I mean, we could, not should. That word,
Right.
maybe. We could put it up to a vote with their group.
Well,
I
I'm happy to hold on to it. If you think I'm better off with it than you.
I don't know that me using it will do too much.
I could find a couple of
I
uses for
wouldn't
it.
feel right giving it to Oma, although, oh my goodness, could you imagine what would happen if...
I don't like to think of it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
And then, well, there's also Flynn. But you said but it would give him some power.
That sounds like a terrible combination.
If you hold it, or me, because it's hard to steal from me, because I'm, anyway. He couldn't get more. Like, we could maybe, ration.
That sounds awful. But
This is kind of like, so you know how the dragon was killing me? Like, I just can't use it very often. It would be, deadly.
the dragon doesn't seem to have changed your personality, your evaluation of yourself.
No, but I have a dragon. So, that's cool.
Don't like that glint in your eyes, Seeker.
I mean, it's magic, man.
Right. Magic is amazing. Okay, alright. Well, I'll hold on to it.
Okay, here.
If you don't mind.
I don't.
And if the time arises for any one of us to use it, and I'll provide it.
I was never going to give it to Hayfried.
Really?
I'm a good liar. I don't know if you knew this.
Have you ever lied to me? Because
And
that's the only way I would know.
I wink and walk away.
Should we? Good night.
All right. Oma, Thessaly, and Flynn, is there anything you all want to do before you head to sleep?
Hey, Thessaly,
Oh, yes. Hi, Alma.
why don't you like boats?
Alma, it's been a long day, and we did a lot, and there was a drag. You really want me to answer this question now?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do other than go inside the boat. So if
I'm
you don't want
already
to talk about it, you don't have to.
In the boat.
But sometimes it's helpful to share things.
Alma, do you have things you don't like to tell other people about?
What do you mean?
Do you ever, you're very brave. I've seen you do some amazing things, but do you ever feel afraid?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel like that fear is something you choose, or is it just a feeling you have?
It's just a feeling.
Right, well, and sometimes those feelings are because something not so great happened, right? Maybe you have an experience that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Well, that's my experience with boats.
Oh. So something bad happened on a boat and now you don't like them?
That is the summary version of that, yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Alma, you don't have to be sorry. You didn't do the bad thing.
Yeah.
Right. So there we go. And now I'm here, and I'm in the boat. So
But you don't have to be afraid of that happening again when you're on the boat with us. You know, like the things I'm scared of, I still have to be afraid of because they could still happen. You know, so sometimes it's like, are you afraid of the thing? And is it? And should you be afraid of the thing?
maybe I'm explaining this wrong. It's not so much that I'm afraid of boats. It's that... Do you have nightmares?
Yeah.
Do you ever have nightmares where no matter what you do, or how hard you think, or how hard you try to wake up, you can't get out and you can't do anything about it?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't remember your nightmares?
Not really.
Right.
Well, I remember like this one, and I was being chased by like a giant squirrel. And that was a really bad nightmare, but that's the one that sticks with me.
Right. But and in the nightmare, you were afraid of the squirrel, right?
Uh-huh.
But are you afraid of squirrels now?
No, they're so tiny and cute.
Right. But when I go inside a boat, I feel like you felt in that nightmare. And even though I know a boat can't hurt me, I can't get rid of that feeling. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Right. Okay. I think I've given you quite a lot to think about then.
Yeah. I mean, how do you plan to get over that fear then? Because boats are really helpful.
Well, you know, I haven't traveled by boat in 6 years, so I can get around all right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you just never have to go in a boat ever again, and it's okay that you're scared of them because you never have to use them and you can just avoid them.
Oh, Ulma, you make such good points. And, I guess you're right. I guess it's something... Now I have a lot to think about.
That's what Oma does.
I just don't know. You know, maybe I would feel... No, I don't think that would make me feel better, actually. Never mind. I appreciate you coming over and trying to make me feel better and trying to help me get over my fear. That was very, very kind of you.
Happy to help.
Thank you.
It's also okay to be afraid. I'm not saying you shouldn't be afraid.
Well, yes, I think we need to be afraid to be brave sometimes, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. If we're never afraid, then being brave doesn't really mean much.
Never really thought of it like that.
Do you think you'll, how does one sleep on a boat? Because I think I'm going to have trouble.
Oh, well, if you lay down, you can kind of feel the boat sway. And you just kind of feel like you're being rocked to sleep. And it just hugs you. And then the boat sways. And then it's quiet. And then the waves. Whoosh. And then you just fall asleep.
Just like that. Just like that.
And even though what Ulma described is very calming, the longer she goes on with the description, the more my face just like twists into this like just torment, agony of like thinking about boats rocking and waves crashing and the back and forth and just being inside of a big wooden thing.
Sometimes March and I used to sit together when we were on boats.
Oh?
Uh-huh. And then we had each other so that we were always together. So I can stay with you. And then you'll have somebody to be together.
Well, that actually sounds very nice because I think I could use some company to distract me.
I'm good distraction.
Oh.
I can also put you to sleep.
I thought I was supposed to be facing my fears, Seeker.
You're already down here. You don't have to prove anything else.
That's an excellent point. Well, Olma, I was going to draw a little bit. Do you ever like to draw?
No.
No? Never?
No.
Do you like to write?
No.
Do you like to read?
Like?
Do you enjoy it?
No.
All right. Well, what are things that you enjoy?
I like talking with my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I love dinner,
Love dinner.
and I like training. It was fun,
Okay.
and I like. That's kind of all I do. I don't know what else to like. What other things am I supposed to like? I feel like I'm being tested on this and I don't know the answer.
I'm not testing you, but, Seeker likes looking at magical items, and Flynn likes reading his books, and I think Kellic likes talking to gods, and... and, I like to draw and paint, and these are things that, we don't do as...
I like learning things. I like discovering new things. I do have books and I do like my books, but like the books I like are about distractions and disguises, and those are fun. And I like
Okay.
I like making like potions.
Oh,
That's
you
a
make
lot of fun.
potions?
No, I mean, I've done it a few times, but I think it's really interesting, and I like that.
There you go. That's something you like to do.
Mhm.
That's wonderful. Do you think you could make a potion for me?
Right now?
I don't know. I mean,
No, I don't have anything to make you a potion with.
Nothing at all.
No.
What sorts of things do you need?
Well, last time I made a potion, I needed rubies, and I had to crush
Oh.
them, and then I needed like special water that was really like clean, and I need like a pot to cook it in, and it has to be special. You can't just mix ingredients, then you're just cooking.
The more I learn about magic, the I feel like I know less and less. Seeker tries to explain things to me. I don't know what's going on.
Well, so this, and I like reach in and I pull out a healing potion. This one,
Mm-hmm.
so I made these for everybody, and this was before you came, so I didn't make you one.
That's all right.
But in here is like water and ruby, and then you say a spell over it, and then it becomes a healing potion.
Wow. And that's just water and rubies, and you say a spell over it, and that's the thing?
That's it. And then think, shops try to charge you like
Mhm.
75 gold pieces for it, and that's all it takes.
It's quite a lot. Although, how much were the rubies?
Not 75 gold pieces,
Did you
I don't
steal
think.
them?
No, Hayfried gave them to me.
Oh, I wonder if Hayfried stole them, though.
The answer is yes.
Olma, you mentioned earlier that when we were talking to the Darkblades,
Mm.
you said something about Hologuard,
Yes.
and that you used to be. I don't say this with judgment, but you used to be sort of a criminal. Is that what I gathered from that conversation?
if you consider the Hollow Guards criminals, then yes.
Okay. And, how did you get away from them?
It's a really good question. So you see what had happened was I was traveling with Xavier.
Oh.
And then Xavier disappeared. And I was alone. And then I found March.
Xavier left you alone?
Yeah. We talked it through. And so then I was alone and I met March. But March worked for the Hollow Guard. But March was my friend. And so, and I was small.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty good with my hands. So I traveled with them, not for very long, but for a little bit. And we were doing a bunch of stuff with her whole crew. Actually, one of them is in the Goopy Void. He's the one with the giant arm that looks kind of monstrous in the prison. He didn't look like that when I knew him, but yeah.
The demonic looking one?
Yeah, that one. No. Which one do you think looks demonic? Because there's a couple. Not the dragon.
I don't.
And not the one that used to be a goat or sheep. But the other one.
To be honest with you, they both look pretty, I'm gonna go with demonic.
Okay, but not the one that used to be a sheep.
Right, not that one.
Mhm.
Okay, still scary.
Still scary.
Still alarming.
Yeah. But he didn't look like that when I knew him. That's Sir Gath. Totally good guy. Except for the whole killing people thing. And the trying to kill me thing. But totally good guy.
Other than...
So, okay, so I met March, and then I was with the Hollow Guard for a little bit, and that's actually how we first knew about the keys, because the Hollow Guard was looking for the keys, obviously, because they were trying to open the portals too.
Sure.
I didn't know at the time. I didn't know that at all. And so then we were in Blackpool, and we've all been to Blackpool. You're catching up. I mean, we've all... This is like our just like what we've been doing. But we went to Blackpool and we were in a warehouse, and then the warehouse blew up, and March and I got away, and that's when we met Kellic and Flynn and Drya.
Oh my! But where's your home? Where are your parents?
I don't know.
You don't. You just. Like, I mean, you had to come from somewhere, Oma. How were you raised? Who took care of you when you were little? Was it Xavier?
No, I met Xavier later. I was raised in the monastery, and that's where I grew up. So I was not.
Oh.
I didn't live with my family.
Oh, you don't want to go back to the monastery?
I can't go back to the monastery, and I don't think they want me back, so...
Can
no.
I ask you... You don't have to answer. Can I ask you why not?
Why I don't want to go back, or why I can't go back, or why Xavier found me, or what's the question?
Why don't you want to go back?
I think it would be nice to go back.
All right. Why don't they want you to go back?
They told me I couldn't come back. They kicked me out and told me not to come back.
I think that's ridiculous. You seem like a wonderful person. Why would they kick you out?
Well, I was really good, and I was really good at all my training. But they kept trying to get me to use what they thought was key, and it just didn't quite work. And I thought I was using it, and it just like wasn't using it, and then they just realized that they don't know what I am, or you know, they're scared of me, and some bad things happened, and I had to go.
I'm going to reach out, and if Oma will let me, I'm going to take both of her hands in mine. I'm very sorry that they didn't appreciate you, but I'm really glad you're here with us.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here too.
Good. Well, I think we have like 8 more hours on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you tell me about some more of these dreams you had with big squirrels and crazy sorts of
Oh my
things?
gosh, I think I was a nut, and
All right.
it was.
Flynn, what are you doing?
So we all went down and went to some respective rooms. I think I would have probably found a room to myself so I could focus on studying and all that. And I pull out my books, kind of get everything set up, and start looking through them. And I flip through Chath's book. I find that page on the dragon, and if I could, my first thing I'd like to just spend some time writing that into my book, if I could. Copy it down, kind of write it in there, so I have it in mine, as much as I can.
Okay. You would be able to spend.
I think it's like an hour.
You would be able to spend an hour to copy all of the information over, but not just copy it over into your book, but as you're copying it, really studying each and every line, committing it to memory. And so you feel that over the course of the hour, if you were to come across one of these, you feel that you could reach into your own memory and pull some of these pieces of information. Yeah.
And again, like after I finish writing it into, I will kind of go over some of the stuff that I have in my book to kind of refamiliarize myself with the monsters that I've fought. Knowing that I was taught to do that, and I haven't been, but kind of refresh my memory. And then kind of go back to Chath's book and flip through just briefly just to see what else is in there, and realize that he's fought some pretty intense things. And then kind of look at my arm and my tattoos and shake it. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to fight these things if I don't practice. And I will pull out my book, my spell book, and I start flipping through back to the spell that I was trying to learn. And flip through, and realize that I need to make some adjustments. And I will practice it for a little bit. So I will, instead of the evocation lighting up, the illusion, which is something I haven't really used before. So it's kind of hard, and it takes me a while to kind of like get the connection right. But eventually it starts to glow. The tattoo goes down my finger and wraps up and around my arm, as one of the new ones does. And this darker purple kind of begins to glow into like a brighter purple. And I kind of realize that it's starting to work. And it starts to, emanate, and I try to hold on to it, push it into my wrist. It doesn't work. Just not getting it. And I just get frustrated. Okay. I'm just going to shut my book. And I will go out into the hallway of the quarters, and I peek my head out and reach into my bag and grab my drawing book that I was drawing with Thessaly, and my souvenir bag. I'll grab that, and I'll stroll down, and I'm assuming while they're doing their things, and I will kind of peek my head into one of the rooms that I know Seeker and Kellic went into, and I won't interrupt them. I'll just peek in to see if they're preoccupied, and seeing that they are in mid spell cast with Kellic leaning over the shoulder in like waiting, I noticed that book, and noticed that Seeker's casting the spell that I'm really interested how it works. And I almost go in, but I just kind of creak the door shut a little bit, close, and I'll walk to the next room and kind of go to pull out my drawing like book, and like go to push the door open a little bit more and realize and hear them talking, and probably see something that I think is very touching, and seeing like Thessaly kind of being like this motherly figure, or like to Oma, and I kind of like slowly back out and and do not bother them either. And I will kind of just walk towards the exit to the top of the ship where the stairs are. Or is it stairs that go up? So the wind's kind of blowing and the snow's kind of coming down?
Yeah, you're getting a bit of the chill.
I will just kind of pull up my nice, beautiful coat collection or set or whatever to stay warm, and I will kind of just perch myself at the steps, the bottom step where it leads to the deck, so I can just kind of see the entrance, and I'm just kind of like watching it and staring at the entrance and just watching, and I just slowly put the drawing utensils back in my bag, realizing that I can't talk to Thessaly about that. And letting everyone do their own thing and just kind of go through my souvenir bag a little bit. And I just kind of reach in just because I have nothing else to do right now. And I feel like I need a break from studying and practicing.
Gross.
Because I don't know. It's been a lot, right? I'm just kind of, I just feel tired. And I pull out random stuff, just kind of like see, I'll reach in and I feel an acorn. I pull it out and kind of just think about where we got it and just toss it in. I'm still just like fixated on the stairs. I'm just watching those stairs. And I'll go in and I'll dig through again and I'll pull out like a necklace that's been carved. With this one has the BF card on the back. Put it back in the bag and I'll reach in and I'll pull out some. I'll reach in and I'll feel some sheep's wool, and I'll pause for a moment and slowly bring it out and kind of just look at it. Wonder what you're doing. And I'll look back towards the door where Secret and Kellig are. I wonder what that book is. And I'll just spend a few hours just looking at the entrance, just like waiting.
Okay. And as you do that, eventually you start to feel yourself getting tired, as do the rest of you. And you all safely make your way to bed.
Yes.
Sleep.
All lay your heads
Thank
down
goodness.
to rest. Every once in a while, you're just jolted awake by a chunk of ice hitting the bow of the ship before the ship begins to settle once more and you can fall back asleep. But soon enough, you can all feel what would be dawn approaching as you all wake up in the morning, the sunless morning. And as you all get your things ready, you hear from the top deck, "Land ho!" As Captain Paston is already
Thank the God.
up and working, you hear the signal that you are all just about
Right.
to Autumn Hollow, where you had departed from.
Open at 'em, lads.
Forgot we were on a boat because I was asleep.
That's good. It means you slept through most of it. You were able to sleep.
I was able to sleep. Thank you. Talking to you really helped.
Thanks.
Of course.
How'd you guys sleep?
Really well, actually.
Good.
Not a wink!
Oh,
Oh, there he is. He's here.
Paston, why not?
How do you do that?
Feels like you might want to get some sleep, Aston.
Right.
Yeah, you need
a little-
sleep.
Don't you tell me what to do with my life.
We wouldn't dream of it.
No, for real. How do you do it? That is amazing.
You had to have slept. It's
He looks to Alma. Special family secret.
Oh,
Wink.
okay.
We're about to come up on port now.
Good.
I would appreciate the help in getting this boat docked and getting us back to land safely.
Absolutely.
Our pleasure.
whatever.
To your stations! As the orcs rise from their sleep as well, trudge to the top of the boat, and they start to like wade through this pile of snow. It's like 2 feet of snow
Oh, man.
up on the top deck. And they
Glad you didn't
begin
sleep up there.
bringing you all into port. Is anyone helping guide the ship into port?
I'm helping with the sails.
With the sails? Okay.
Yeah,
I would help with the steering, I guess.
Okay.
That's,
Perfect. Then with the entire team working on it, you are able to sort of navigate around these smaller chunks of ice and finally make your way to port, the boat settling in the docks of Autumn Hollow.
And we got a long rest, right?
And you all got a long rest?
We did it.
Yeah.
Man, that was really efficient, guys.
We
Kind of amazing.
certainly accomplished a lot.
Another portal foiled.
True.
Right. This is your
Yeah.
second one.
I wonder if they only need one to accomplish.
Well, they kind of just want to create mayhem and chaos, right? So I think one would probably do it.
But it has to amount to something for the outcast to be unleashed, right?
We can find out. And as I say that, I walk kind of to the end of the boat and just stare up in the sky.
And Seeker, as you're looking off into the distance, you don't see anything.
Hmm.
Walk up.
All of a sudden, you see a shadow.
Is it the big
Two
shadow?
wings. Two white wings.
Hey.
Do I sense a connection with?
All of a sudden, you feel a connection.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Ooh.
I put my arm on Dessa's shoulder. Oh, I mean, I know she is capable, but that
She
was,
was-
a big dragon.
It was a big dragon, and I don't quite remember the last time she was gone that long.
She does that. She could have found us back at Hayfried's. I'm not worried about that.
You weren't worried at all?
She can make the distance. It was the dragon's mouth I was worried about.
She handled that very well. I think she deserves
Lots of pampering. Yes.
lots of pampering.
All of the mice and rats, whatever she wants.
We'll make it a priority.
Yes. Oh, well, let's go. Kalek, I think we have stuff to talk about. We have questions we can get answered, possibly.
I think we should be discerning, but yes, once fair.
Back at Hayfried's, right?
Back at Hayfried's, I have something I'd like to discuss with everyone.
The void.
Well, before y'all depart, I do believe there was a matter of gold.
I produce a bag I reach back to
Gold.
the top of my haversack, pull out a pouch of gold. How much was it? It was like
It's 6 per person with us working as well.
Oh.
We owe him.
I know we had discussed a certain price for your work, but I had a decent payday with the blankets. It pains me. Okay, here you go. Just take it. And he reaches out and he hands you all a pouch that would accumulate to 25 gold a person.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that
When-
went a different way than I thought.
You,
I mean, yes, y'all were supposed to pay me. I
Oh,
forgot.
Paston now.
It's a bit too late for that.
It is.
Okay.
I can still pay you, and I give him 6 gold back from my pouch. I
That's
have
very nice.
19 gold.
Well, I hope you all can venture on the Howitt Dugan someday. soon.
Paston,
Yes.
instead of 25 gold, could I ask for something different in payment?
Sure.
You carry lots of interesting things on your ship.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever carry any spell scrolls?
Unfortunately, spell scrolls are a bit rare for my trade.
I narrow my eyes at Paston. Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Yo. We're all there. We hear this, right? We're all there. I hear this spell scrolls. Okay. Fuck.
13.
He seems like he's being straightforward.
All right, Paston. I'll take the gold.
Do you have any more blankets? I'm looking for rope and string and stuff like that.
I dropped all of my cargo off when I...
Well,
Took you all.
I actually need to do a quick bit of shopping. If you want to come with, we can maybe find one.
Okay.
Before we get out of here.
Sounds good.
Okay.
You want to shop here in Autumn Hollow?
Yeah, really quick. I just have to pick something up. A few things, but yeah.
If there's an armory of sorts, I could use a shield that isn't made of rubble.
That's right.
Yeah, and I also kind of feel bad always asking Hayfreitzer for stuff, so.
We've
Fair enough.
used a lot
That
of
makes
that
sense.
man's
And I
goodwill.
don't know when the next time we're going to have a chance to stop in a shop would be, so.
But let's be quick.
Yeah,
we have
but
a
other than
tight timeline.
We're good to go, Paston? You don't need us for anything else?
Aye! We're going to, I believe tomorrow, load up our next shipment of cargo and head back out.
You're gonna
You're gonna
keep going
head
out
out?
into this?
Keep explaining this to you all. Death fears me. I will do what I wish, and I will continue making money the way that I know how to make money.
We fully support you.
I worry for you, Paston. That's all. It's not about you being afraid. It's about me fearing for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
We need to make sure you're safe.
A kind gesture, but I will be here when you all need me next. And he gives you like this deep
Let's
bow.
We don't need you too soon, and I'm walking off the
yeah.
boat.
Okay, walking off.
I toss a vial of ink.
They already have the.
No, is it Prala Holiday?
Prala had one.
She has one, but I'm gonna give him one,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
and I'm gonna say it's okay. I'm gonna say look, we know you are capable, but if you ever need help, you can reach out. Give this to someone on your crew to write me a message, and we will be there if you need help.
I am fully capable of doing anything I choose to do.
I don't doubt it one bit.
But
Now
we
get
already
off my ship. You all have things to do.
I'm
Important
Yeah,
people, places to be.
already.
Yeah, as we're getting bumped in by the or by the
I'm making dirt angels. Like, I'm so happy. I'm just
I
like,
think it's still
moving
snow.
this-
No,
It's still
Oh,
snow.
I don't
Yeah.
care. It's
she's
cold.
down in the dirt.
I'm down there just
She's in the
making the
mud.
snow angels.
All right. Flynn, what are you looking for specifically?
I would like to go into town and look for first, and this probably can all be done in like a general store. I just was looking for a like a small candle.
Okay.
That I could hold on to, and then I would also like to find a place that would have charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Okay.
And a brass brazier.
A brass brazier?
Yeah.
That's 10. I said brass.
Yeah, okay. So you are able to go into town and
I'll bring Seeker along because he wants to find blankets.
Okay.
I'm gonna go look for like a general store or something, and maybe like an armory might have something I need too. Mainly, I just need some like, materials and also something for the long eve. So that's it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we probably find a blanket wherever we go.
It doesn't have to be a blanket.
Flynn, you're able to find a shop.
Okay.
And all of it is going to run you 17 gold pieces for everything.
Okay. Cool.
And Seeker, what are you looking for?
Let's say specifically a blue, in any type of fabric that is blue.
Any type of fabric?
String, rope.
Very easy to find. Although fabric and clothing right now, the
Mhm.
prices are up a little bit higher.
Sure.
That makes sense.
So it is a pretty decent piece of fabric. It's just going to be one gold piece.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
All right.
And I would like to look for a shield if there's an armory.
It would be at the same place that Flynn found
The brazier.
the yes. So
If they have anything nicer than a regular shield,
Ooh.
that would be cool. But beggars can't be choosers.
A 7 shields.
A shield plus
That's
100.
plus 100 armor
it
class.
is a shield of no touchy, which
Shield of no touching.
What a god shield.
Indestructible to all damage.
shield. Immune to-
yeah. Up here, pretty far away from the war front or anything, you would just find a basic shield that would run you 10 gold pieces.
Okay. I will purchase that.
Okay.
And I will, if they'll take it, give them my worn out, half disintegrated, but then repaired
Okay,
Yeah.
then with the trade, that'll be 8 gold pieces.
Oh, all right.
Oh, dang. I guess I can reuse some of it.
Yeah, I mean, I put it back together to some extent.
Did you?
All right.
What you do?
okay.
Throw that in acid?
I used mending.
Are you all headed back to the teleportation circle?
Yeah, after how long that took, we'll start walking our way back. Can't get there.
All right. Easy enough. You all make it back to the teleportation circle. Head in. Flynn. See the levers.
Could I have been the last one in? Oh yeah, I guess I could do it. I don't know. Let me think. Yeah, I'll the levers, and then we have to go down the stairs, right? That's
Yes,
how it goes
yes.
normally. So I'll do left, right, center.
The door opens up.
How do I remember that, guys? I'm impressed. And I will kind of. I'm so smart. It's all the studying I'm doing.
Good job, Flynn.
Thank you. No, thank you. I really don't hear that a lot. Thank you.
Well, you do a lot of good work.
Go ahead. I'll be the last one down. I'll shut the door, and I'll stay up. And before I'm closing the door to Autumn Hollow and then heading down the stairs, I'll kind of just like look out the door towards the north, towards the Venville Rise, and I'll just may Eldoria guide you, friend, and keep you safe from harm. Then I'll shut the door and walk
All right.
down.
And as you shut the door, you all head down to the teleportation circle and you feel yourselves lifted up and whisked away from Autumn Hollow. And that is where we're going to end this episode. We are going to call it right there. Thank you all so much for listening. And we can't wait to see you all again next week. Bye, nerds. Hey, nerds. If you liked that episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe across all platforms. We'll see you next week.